Yo, it's your boy Geezo back with another video. And today, one more time for you haters, man. In today. All right, today's video, we're going to be answering a long running question between PC gamers. I don't know if this is really true, but so what we're going to answer is what is the best option? Keyboard versus controller when playing PC games or any games, because you can use the mouse and the keyboard with your console as well. So, which one is better? For me personally, it all depends. If you play sports games, of course, you're gonna want a controller. It's the only thing that it's the only thing. It's like that is the only option. If you're playing fighting games, controller might be the only option too, unless you get an arcade controller. Um, so the controller wins in those categories. Okay, we jumping right into it. If you got a sports game, fighting game, controller wins in those categories. Now, if you playing shooters, this is where the keyboard and the mouse, the keyboard and the mouse comes in handy, right? So the difference is it's faster, it's more accurate, it's more responsive when you're using a keyboard and mouse. Okay, when I use this for aim, I can lock in on the aim better, right? When I'm using the mouse and the keyboard, I can lock in on aim better. Now the controller works just as fine too. When it comes to shooting games, the controller works just as fine. It's all about your preference. So I play if I play Fortnite, I might play with the controller, even though I will say this, even though I I almost play better with the keyboard and mouse. I just don't know how to build. I'm not as good at Fortnite. So I just really started playing Fortnite. So once I learn how to build, I probably ditch the controller. Or maybe not, because I also play it on the handheld, right? But games like Call of Duty, I cannot use this controller at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me playing Call of Duty does not work with this controller. It doesn't work with this controller that I have. I do need an upgrade on the controller. Not gonna lie. But my controller is I cannot play Call of Duty with a controller at all. Right? I cannot play Call of Duty with a controller at all. This keyboard and mouse. I am Call of Duty. I will say this. When excuse me, even with the controller, you can change what buttons do. So you can change your game and your layout, right? For Call of Duty, my layout is basically I'm one-handed. Everything's on this mouse. Everything. Everything's on this mouse right here, okay? Everything's on this mouse. So I have buttons on the side. And a lot of people who play, they're not going to use these buttons. But I will say, the way I have it set up, I move with those buttons on the side. I go forward, back. So I'm one-handed. I'm one-handed. Now, if I can figure out how to do other games like that, I just started playing Arena Breakout. If I can figure out how to do those games like that, it's good. Now, the downside, even though I'm one-handed, you still need your keyboard, right? Because majority of my function is one-handed. You still need your keyboard. I have to slide. I have to drop. I have to duck. I have to, I have to put in armor. I have to do so all your keys. So that is like you have to know and be comfortable with the keyboard. So that's a downside to having the keyboard, right? The downside to having a keyboard is you have to remember all of these layouts by heart without looking down. And sometimes I catch myself looking down. If I don't play, I haven't played Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty, but if I don't play it in, like, let's say I take breaks. So if I don't play it in, let's say I stop playing Call of Duty for like 2 or 3 weeks, I might have to look down once or twice, and that could put me at a disadvantage in the game. So that's a downside. But I will say I move faster. I move great. Um, at times, if you go by the settings that they say go by, the mouse sensitivity I would turn down if I'm you. For me, it's just too fast. It didn't. I don't know if they updated the game of Call of Duty, but they are running really fast, and um, me moving the mouse back and forth to look this way, and I'm having to run past people, and so I slowed it down, and now I'm okay with it. So, me personally, I'm gonna do more games with the keyboard and mouse. I think this is just my preference. And for a lot of people out there who's used to using the controller, I think you should try the keyboard and mouse. It is a little like if you got a desk setup. If you sit on a couch and play, maybe not. You know what I mean? Maybe not. If you got a desk setup, then I suggest you use your keyboard and mouse. If you play any other games, uh, what other games that you can play with? Grand Theft Auto RP. If you playing Grand Theft Auto RP, it is better with a keyboard and mouse. I'm 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna be able to do something with this controller. So if you playing games like that, you need your keyboard and mouse. Shooters in Grand Theft Auto RP, great games to play with keyboard and mouse. It just is what it is. What else? The downsides to It's really no downside. The downsides to the controller is just your accuracy, your aim, your what is it called? Your accuracy, aim. Dang, what's that word I'm looking for, guys? It's a word that I'm looking for. Accuracy, aim, and not your timing. Your responsiveness, your response, your I can't think of the name right now. I'm having a brain fart. I'm having a brain fart. But the mouse is a little more quick to respond, you know what I mean? As you might have a little delay with this, okay? Um, so that's a downside. You might have a delay. But this is gonna be comfortable uh at your leisure. I think this is gonna be most comfortable because you can lay back with this. You can play this anywhere. You can go, you know what I mean? You can lay back, you can kick back, you put your feet up, you can lay on the bed, you can lay on the couch, and you can use your controller. Whereas the keyboard and mouse, you're gonna need to be, you know what I mean? You could lay down, but can you really? Because you need your mouse to be on a mouse pad. You need your keyboard to be right. You know what I mean? You got to have a good keyboard. You have to have a good keyboard for your responsiveness. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. You got to have some tactical keys on your keyboard. It is no doubt about it, right? So if I'm going to play a game for hours, um, and it's not a sports game, and it's not a fighting game, like when I say fighting game, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, I'm going keyboard and mouse. I'm going keyboard and mouse. I, this is like games like Marvel Rivals, um, games like what else? Games like Call of Duty, games like Arena Breakout, games like Fortnite. You probably really should use keyboard and mouse, but Fortnite is good with the um with the controller as well. But I do notice that I got better aim when I'm using the keyboard and mouse. I just more comfortable playing with the controller on that. But like I said, Call of Duty, I can't play with the controller at all. It's not even it's not even a thing for me. I'm just telling you guys. So, like I said, I'm going keyboard and mouse. You guys leave it in the comments. You tell me what would you like? Um, what is one of the things that you think? What is one of the things that you like most about the controller? What is one of the things you like about the keyboard? Have you ever even played with the keyboard and mouse? Um, it looks hard. Pause. It looks hard. But at the end of the day, it's not. It's pretty simple. It's easy. You just need to learn the keys. This is always easy. But like I said, except for me when it comes to Call of Duty. Again, Call of Duty is a no go for me. But this keyboard right here, right? It's simple. It's simple. You just need to know the buttons, and that's it. So yeah, it's not as hard as it seems. So yeah. Keyboard versus controller. I'm going keyboard and mouse if it's a shooting game. So yeah. And a lot of people play shooting games. A lot of people play sports games too, but majority of the fact, you know what I mean, we're playing shooters and role play games. You're gonna want keyboard and mouse. Sports games like 2K, whether it's WWE 2K or whatnot. I don't even know how that would even work with a game like WWE 2K playing with the keyboard. I might try it one day. Leave it in the comments. Do you want me to try that one day? What else? If you want to work in, meaning you want to collaborate, you have something for me to review. Thatguygeezo at gmail.com. Reach out to me. I'll send you a message back. Also you can message me on my Instagram. So yeah, that's the video for today. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for tuning in.